Man, oh man, oh man. When I get proven right, I've always getting proven right. And it hurts sometimes for this one because you want this one. There are things that I feel like in life you want to get proven wrong, but when you just look at the way things shape out, you just like, oh no, I'm absolutely right about this. One thing I've always gotten on, and if you've seen some of my videos, I've gotten on female rap. I think the last one was like the problem with sexy red, and I think the problem with other people. I've talked about Nicki Minaj and her. I've talked about Ice. I believe I talked about Ice Spice. Talked about Sukiana. I talked about colorism and raps in general, which which I will probably get to later because someone left me a comment and I have to address that. So once I once I once I get to that, we could just talk. But this I want to talk about one of the female rappers I do like, Rapsody. She dropped a she dropped a single called Asteroids, and it's fire. And it's fire, but also it's also ugh, I can speak. But also what I like about it is that she was actually real deep about what she was talking about. And obviously she's a lyricist, and a lyricist is going to speak about some lyricist shit. Like if you ever know who Rhapsody is, just look at her catalog. And she's always spit some dope shit. Now you're thinking, Raymond, do you have a Oskino Fly? Do you have a problem with Rhapsody? I don't. I really don't. I actually love Rhapsody, and I said that about Megan and Slim, but I actually really fuck with Rhapsody, and I feel like she should be as famous as a Cardi B, a Megan Thee Stallion, or Ice Spice, but she's not. And you know why I say she's not? Because you women do not like Rhapsody. You women do not listen to Rhapsody. It's funny before, like I've had this put up before. Yeah, I'm Stacy, but yeah, I'm Stacy said women are more misogynist when it comes to the music than men are. You sometimes we and it's true because sometimes we go, I play songs for the bitches. Any DJ because men like we appreciate things, but sometimes we're not gonna buy things unless we're like a real big fan. That's why like some of the top people sell like your Jay Z's, your Biggie, your Tupac. Because niggas love Tupac. When the niggas love you, and they really love you, they fucking buy your shit. But the women are the ones that they cater to, and they're the ones that go sell shit. They're the ones that go support shit. They're the ones that um sell out shit. That's why, like Method Man, he had a problem with being called a sex symbol. He knows that he's an attractive person, but he really never looked at himself as a sex symbol. But women fucking adored Method Man. They thought he was sexy. And still to this day, a lot of women like think Method Man is sexy, and that is a handsome brother. Don't get me wrong, but he never looked at himself as a sex symbol. He looked at himself, and usually when you put that sex symbol, you think of someone that's very soft or some shit like that. Nah, some sex symbols just like I feel like there's a street sex symbol, and then you got your regular hip hop. There's LL Cool J, and then there's your street people like DMX. Women love DMX. It's just something about DMX. It's just Tupac. He also had that street vibe to him. People love Nas. People love Nas. It's just like something about Nas and his swagger that people just love. It's just like they have that street feel. Um, I'm pretty sure there are others that they love him. He's so street. But female rap is different. Um, which I have also. So it's like it's one thing because if you're being sexy, who you being sexy for the men, but the men don't really don't care about your sexiness. I mean, you look good. They probably want to see you shake your ass, but we're all as men in hip hop. We also like music. We also like good music. We want to hear you rap. Can you rap? Okay, you can look good, but can you rap? And if you hear a lot of men if you hear a lot of men talking about the lyricism of the day, they think it sucks. But if you mention Rhapsody, it's all Rhapsody is dope. Rhapsody is nice. Rhapsody could bang with the dudes. Rhapsody are better. Rhapsody is better than some of the male lyricists on here. That's the shit you will hear when men talk about it. But you never hear that about women until unless people bring up. There's other now. Don't get me wrong. There are other female lyricists like Tierra Whack, who is fucking dope as hell. You got Chica, you got No Name, but do you people really, really like? Only time you really hear these people is just like the last time I heard about Chica, it was about her relationship with some dude, and she's supposed to be a lesbian. Last time I heard about No Name, she was fucking throwing a rant on Beyonce. It wasn't about the music, even though she had some shit with Jay Electronica, and but that was more or less about Jay Electronica than anything. Like Tierra Whack is dope, but you don't hear from Tierra Whack like you would a Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion. You know why? Because sex sells. And even then, like Megan, even the music that they put out, it's just like music that's more or less women bop to. Hell, I've been in calls with women all the fucking time. One girl, when I was in Cali, you know what she was listening to? She was listening to that ratchet shit. She was listening to City Girls. She was listening to Sexy Red. She was listening to Ice Spice. She was listening to Dick Me Down. Dick Me Down. She was listening. All her music was about sex. When I was in that car, it's like, and I was paying attention to her. It's just like, I didn't know you listened to this. I didn't know you shit. And it was like a whole ratchet playlist. That one time Rhapsody came up, I have played Rhapsody. I have played Rhapsody like where I gone. It was like she's on one of my playlists, Roller Coaster Jam Call Long. And you know what's sad about rap? Because she does make good music. Her albums are really dope. And they're based around women. They are based around women. Like as a woman, you would want something that put you in a great light. Rhapsody does that. But it shows. It's just like they don't want to hear that shit. Oh, you talk about women disrespect. I said this Rhapsody. She's had albums based on women, like powerful women in this industry, in this entertainment business, or hell, even in history that done moved. She's had songs about that. She has songs about actual women issues, and dudes fucking love it. And they're based around women, but you don't hear women talking about that. Anytime I've seen her get a cosign, it's from dudes. Cardi once, and that was because everybody was like, when Cardi was like, when I was rapping about my pussy, niggas was bopping with it. And this was Cardi saying, and I'm paraphrasing. When I was rapping about my pussy, niggas was bopping with it. But when I tried to rap about something deep, people wasn't bopping with it. She said, okay, so I'm going to go back to rapping about my pussy. That's why she made bongos. Bong, 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 bongo. And now people going to be like, oh, I'm tired of it. She's making the same music. It's just like, and this is more or less towards the women. Y'all want the same shit. Men, and like I said, men, yes, we have our street shit, but we also have our conscious shit. The Kendricks, the Drakes, the Cole. We've always had a conscious shit. The Commons, the Most Def, the Talib Kweli's. They have eaten in this business. All right, the Lupe Fiascos, my favorite rapper. Right now, don't get me wrong. I've heard. Even though I've never, only 2 songs I've ever heard in a club from Lupe Fiasco. And I think they were meant for the clubs. The Show Goes On and Superstar. And maybe another song off of Lasers. But Superstar and The Show Goes On. Those are the only 2 songs I've ever heard Lupe Fiasco get played in the club before. But I get it. Lupe Fiasco's not for the club. It's like he'll probably, if he made club music, it's more or less going into white clubs, not the black clubs. But back to Rhapsody. Like, dudes find her dope. I've said this all the time. She has more male fans than female fans. And what if you listen to a new song, Asteroids, and which I have the lyrics, couple of lyrics, it's like it fucking brings back. It honestly it proves my point, and I think she's being, even though she said this, I think she's being kind. I think it's a little bit more than that. She says, "Rap back. They don't pay me at the level that I rap at. Crazy. If they can't benefit off you, then they act shady. I thought the most love come back from my ladies. About 60-40, I'm just making observation. Niggas about 60-40 is making observation. If she's talking about 60-40, I'm telling you right now, it's more men than women. If the 60, I guarantee you the 60 is the men than the women. Because I remember when she dropped Asteroids, and like I don't know if it was hip hop since 1987 or one of hip hop social media Instagrams, or was it academics? I couldn't find it, but it was just a bunch of dudes co-signing Rapsody on the song Asteroids. It's just like fire, fire, rap is back, fire. It's like Rapsody was dope. Every one of them was men. Every one of them. And so it proved my point that only men really listen to Rapsody. And like I said, that is sad because Rapsody talks about women shit. I shouldn't understand. And the thing is, like, even when I listen to it, it's like I don't listen to it like, oh shit, this shit is cringy. No, this shit is dope. It's just like I feel like it's dope enough to the man. It's like, damn, that's what y'all be going through. This what up. Like she's made some very, very fucking good songs. And it's like, but I feel like when it comes to these women, y'all don't, and I put this all on women because the men are there. The men are fucking there. And you could, like I said, you can go to any music reviews that niggas hold Rhapsody in a high regards. Even when they're featured on songs, I've seen Rhapsody feature on more male songs than females. Say I'm lying. Say I'm lying. Say I'm lying. This is like I've never seen Rhapsody on no Meg Thee Stallion. I don't know if Rhapsody even on other female rappers. Like I haven't gone through that catalog that deep. Now, if she is, then she is. But I'm telling you right now, I've heard Rhapsody on Big Crit. I've heard Rhapsody with J. Cole. I think I've heard her with Drake. I'm not sure, but I've heard Rhapsody with Knife Wonder. I've heard Rhapsody with Terrence Martin. I've heard I've heard her with more, like I said, I've heard her with more male than Mac Miller, Big Crit. I think I said Big Crit. I don't know, but Kendrick. I think I said Kendrick. Like y'all get the point. Y'all get the point. I've heard her on more male fucking shit than I heard her on female shit. That's sad. I don't want to say that's sad because those are high name male artists. But what about the? It was like if you ask me, what's the female artist that I feel like she done collab with? I couldn't tell you. I couldn't tell you. You think City Girls? You think City Girls are trying to do a collab with fucking Rhapsody? No, they'll do one Cardi, and I love Cardi. I've heard me say many times. I love Cardi. I mean, don't get me wrong. Like I said, City Girls are like the female Yin Yang twins. So I really wouldn't expect Rhapsody to be on a song with City Girls because they make songs about twerking, which is fine. I don't have a problem with that. But it also shows you female rap. Y'all don't really have no balance because Sexy Red is on tour, pregnant, doing splits, selling out. Sexy Red might be doing arenas. Ice Spice. This is like she's she's doing like she can't perform. Ice Spice can't perform worth a damn. So like she do one joint, all she does is walk around, walk from one part, rap, shake her ass, rinse and repeat. Go to another part, rap, shake her ass. She wore I think I said she wore a Halloween Betty Boop inspired, and the joint half of the time she was fixing her dress. and, until it got to the part where it was shaking. But she knew this shit was too short because when she was rapping, all you see is ass cheeks. But anytime you see Ice Spice on stage, she got stuff, short ass cheeks. Why am I not? I'm not surprised. I'm not fucking surprised. So, like Rhapsody, if you for some reason stumbled onto this, I think you don't. I think every man thinks you don't. And but it's just but if you're wondering like the 60-40, I say it's more or less 80-20 men. I think, and like that's a high fucking number too. It's like, damn, I think mostly men rock with you because I feel like the only people that knew your shit was men. Now, ladies, if I'm wrong, prove me wrong. But y'all don't. I don't think none of y'all really listen to Rhapsody like that. At least with men on the men's side, like it shows. When Common was on, Common was like you listen to him. Kendrick, one of the top three. I know he don't really look at himself as conscious, but if you really wanted to say conscious music, he's up there. Cole up there. Drake, he make like they're not like street dudes, not like Biggie or Biggie and Jay Z. But when Common he had his run, conscious run, he was there. When Most Def had his run, he was there. Any other time where like you've heard conscious rap, especially in the '90s. I know we have to revert back to the '90s, but it was there. But you know, so shout out to Rhapsody, Asteroids. I had Asteroids on repeat. I've had Asteroids. This shit is fire. I had Asteroids repeat. Now on to this. I don't know where that came from. Um, so on to this, and I'm gonna just end it because I had a response on one of my videos. The assortment of female rappers are trash, and there's no colorism in hip hop. Now, there's one chick in the in my comment. She basically was like, I'm gonna just read it out for y'all. Firstly, Lil Kim was brown skin, not dark skin. Secondly, the only brown skinned females that is mainstream right now is Megan and Sexy Red. There are no dark skins. Light skinned ones are Nicki, Cardi, Lotto, Doja, and Ice Spice, and even Coil Ray. Majority of women are getting pushed, recognized, and mainstream. Most light skinned are black women, Nicki, and mixed women. Nicki still has bars. Yeah, I feel like she has proved people she has bars. She can make a song. Because that was me saying like I like old Nicki, not really new Nicki. I know Nicki still has bars. I'm just saying the music that she's been making lately, I've been not a fan of. I know Super Freak, like she was like Super Freak is just one of those sketches. I said Super Freak is like Anaconda. So anyway, colorism exists in every industry. How can colorism exist in one area and not another? Darker skin people have a harder time getting into any industry. Colorism helps out a lot and key to being a successful rapper. You can't compare '90s female rappers, say Lil Kim, Foxy, Missy, were dark skin, brown skin. So colorism does not exist and things have changed. Most of the female rappers are now light skinned. Ice Spice is a branded artist. She's popular because of her looks and her colorism and ability to make a catchy song, the beats, and her hair. Sariti makes famous for looks for colorism. She's a classy rapper that always talk about sex. Plus, she was dating Quavo, and that was a that was a. Now, first things first, and I've said this. Anybody understand what the brown paper bag test is? If you were, you know what, we're just gonna Google it. Google brown paper bag test. Uh, Here we go. And this I'm not gonna play the video. There's a video for y'all. Hold on. Oh, they switched the screen up. So I'm not gonna play the video for y'all, but I do want y'all to look at one thing. You get sunburned. The so-called brown paper Kerr book explores the so-called brown paper bag test. You weren't as light in skin color as the brown paper bag. You weren't allowed to join certain organizations, fraternities, sorority, as whether it was. So y'all heard that if you was not lighter than a brown paper bag, you wasn't able to get into things. That's what I wanted to show you. That's what the brown paper bag test was for. All right. Now, Google. Let's look at the brown paper bag. We're going to bring up this one in particular. Y'all see this in large. I want y'all to take a look at this brown paper bag right here, right? And I'm not just being picky, but you see this. It's Lil Kim darker. It's Lil Kim. If you would think 90s Lil Kim, not now Lil Kim. Hell, but 90s Lil Kim. Do y'all think she's, if y'all would say she was lighter or darker than this brown paper bag? Most of y'all would say darker. I would say darker. She's darker than this brown paper bag test. She is not passing up. So this is one of the things where I was like, she's not brown. So whether she was lighter or brown, like, because a lot of people would throw brown skin now, like, oh, she's brown skin. She's darker. My point was she was darker than a brown paper bag. Therefore, she wasn't going to get shit. So she was labeled dark. Even though we call people brown skin and not really dark skin, she was dark. She was dark skin, especially darker than a brown paper bag. Which means in those days she wouldn't have got the shit that she would have got, which is what my first initial thing was. So I wanted people to understand like the whole thing about the brown paper bag. Secondly, the reason I've said this, their colorism does not exist in hip hop because most of your successful female rappers were dark skinned or brown skinned. All right, your Little Kims, your Foxy Browns. The Brat went platinum. First female rapper to go platinum. She is not considered light skinned. At least in my opinion, she's not really considered light skinned. She's brown skinned. Foxy Brown, Ilnada, Lauryn Hill, the Miseducation of Lauryn Hill. Y'all know how black Lauryn Hill is. Missy Elliott, just got inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Dark skin. So all these dark skinned, brown skinned people, and you telling me like colorism voters, it's like, because now it was like a whole video where it's just like, I think it was like Megan. I don't want to say Megan Kelly because that's a white woman, but it was just two rappers and we was talking about how they're not selling because they're not the complexion for the protection or light skin. And it's just like you can't compare it to now. And I'm like, they're not selling. Like they're not selling records. I said they can make money off of the looks. They can get a Fashion Nova, but even dark skinned people got Fashion Nova. Asian doll got Fashion Nova. She's dark skinned. I've seen anybody can get a fucking dark Fashion Nova deal. Like Cardi was the one that made it poppin', yes, but anybody can get themselves a Fashion Nova deal. I'm saying like they'll throw anybody that's curvy and curvaceous a Fashion Nova fucking deal. I think Lori Harvey had a fucking Fashion Nova deal. Now, what I'm saying, but my whole thing is like, even to be successful in rap, you have to sell. You have to sell. None of those rappers, like with the exception of Nicki, Cardi, and Doja, and that's because they're more pop. Like they more like go to the pop side. And the whole like rap, they're not selling. Charlie Baltimore is like light skinned. She's damn near white. She didn't sell. There's a lot of like Coyle Ray, as pretty as she is, she's not selling. Sweetie, anytime, like she got like yes, a beautiful girl, but she didn't sell. Like she didn't sell it all. Most of the female rappers are not selling, but she didn't sell it all. But who is it? Ice Spice is like, yeah, she's made catchy shit, but you know, people still it's like people don't really respect her as a lyricist, and then I think even that's getting old. Yes, she made catchy shit. You know, the shaking her ass in the deli, the munch, the fucking in her mood. When I heard in her mood, and I reviewed uh Ice Spice. When I reviewed in her mood, I was like, yeah, that's gonna be one of the hits that I'm gonna be hearing on the radio. I was like, yeah, this is gonna be a radio hit. But that's because the drill music is popular. Um, and you know, basically, I was saying it was just because they and I was like, and she was like, just because they are trying to just because they don't chart high, they aren't still mainstream. Yes, but they're not being successful in rap. Those people like especially some of the new ones. It's like I could like Cardi, she's afraid to drop it, and I love Cardi, but you can tell she's afraid to drop an album because she want people to like her album, and she feel like if one person don't, and I've seen it many times where she's like played songs and like trolls, um, where trolls said something, and she's like, I'm not dropping the album. Like look how long it took since invasion of privacy, and invasion of privacy took a while to drop off. Now she's probably one of those perfectionists, but and so when people like, yo, Cardi, you got to drop the album. And she like, I feel like if someone was like Cardi, you got to drop the album. She dropped that album. But other than that, my sinuses, Jesus Christ. But other than that, Cardi would have never dropped that album. And you can tell even with this one, it was like it's dropping in 2024. You're not hearing. It was like I've heard only one joint, and people barely like bongos. And I just think people's not used to that Dominican beat, like bong, 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 bong. Because if you ever listen to Dominican music, it's sort of repetitive. Just saying, it's not repetitive to where it's annoying, but like the beat is like highly repetitive. Like you're gonna hear sometimes either in the chorus or in the beat, it's like one sound is just bong, 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 bong. Like that's some of the type of music. Listen to some of Amara La Negra shit. It's sort of like the same thing. It's a type of style that they do. It's one of the type of styles, and it's kind of big in the Dominican Republic and all that other stuff. It's just like, um, but what was it? She didn't continue because I told her like they're not moving. It's like with the exception of Nicki, Cardi, and Doja, and like I said, because a lot of this shit is pop, and like Nicki, I don't know, like she's borderline, but Doja, yeah, she's like mixed and all that. Cardi, she's Dominican, yeah, she's mixed. She got curly hair, but she said Lil Kim. Now, I feel like she's trying to move the goalposts, but this is what she said. Lil Kim was brown skin. There are obviously different shades of brown. Brown paper bag is a light shade of brown. Just because they're in China high, they are still mainstream, but they're not selling. And that was my whole point of if you they're not selling at all. Like when I tell you female rappers in the gutter, then it's in the gutter now. Still, like they still aren't selling. So this is what I'm saying. Uh, all the rappers you talk about further again are '90s rappers, not current. I'm talking about current. And like I said, okay, and which I said to her, the current rappers aren't selling. I said in hip hop, you still got to sell. Hell, Eve sold. And this is I had to bring up the history because in our history, a lot of people, yes, they'll probably get money off of deals. I think Ice Spice had a pumpkin uh, Dunkin' Donuts deal because but her name is fucking Ice Spice, so you can just put pumpkin Ice Spice and all that other shit. That was given. Sweetie had a McDonald's deal where she had a whole Sweetie deal, but I feel like she got that off of Travis Scott or some shit. I know she was dating Quavo, but who the hell was really buying the Sweetie meal? Who the hell bought the Sweetie meal? You know who else had a fucking McDonald's meal? Fucking BTS, the Korean pop group. That sold. They bought that shit was sold out. I ain't never hear no better. We sold out of Sweetie shit. But even then, like when it came to it, like did that help her album sales? No, it didn't. It did not. It was like I don't even think she raps anymore. And I know City Girls. At one point they were the most popular girl group. Now they don't sell either. So that shows you just female rap in a whole is a fucking gutter. But even then, it's just like they're not really selling. Um, the most female pushed now are light skin and dark. Just because in the '90s dark skinned women dominated, things have changed. Whether light skinned rappers are trying to hide or not doesn't affect that they are mainstream or have a huge their messages have a huge success. That does matter. I said the ones that people are feeling a push are not selling. It's just like they're like it's literally this is what I'm saying. They're literally not selling. Uh and but Nicki Cardi, those are all light skin are the brown skinned ones. Just because 20, 30 years ago black people dominant doesn't mean it can't change. Colorism and racism and all forms of discrimination, which I've said I believe in colorism. I feel like I feel like she's just speaking just to speak. If she ever like sees this, you're speaking just to speak. Because I've always said I know colorism exists. I know there are other people that is um, that colorism affects greatly, especially either in entertainment or out of entertainment. Don't get me wrong. I think Beyonce is a phenomenal artist. But why Kelly Rowland isn't this fun? Like I've said this, why isn't Kelly Rowland is as big as Beyonce, or at least having hits? Like she's had hits. She like Kelly Rowland had hits. She was on people's songs. Like The Limit was like one of the biggest songs out there. Me growing up in like between '05 and '08. The Limit was fucking huge. She had Motivation. Motivation was a fucking banger. Kisses Down Low. She had hits. Don't get me wrong. Kelly Rowland had fucking hits. But is she where Beyonce is? No. Obviously, that that was pushed. Beyonce was going to get pushed to the moon, regardless. Regardless, and whether you consider her light skin or brown skin, Beyonce, because I feel like whatever tone she is. I wouldn't. I think people consider her light skinned. I don't know. She's a well, be, what would y'all consider like Beyonce? See, this is why I need that. I need to make that chart. I was going to make a chart. It's like a color scale of different female artists. It's like we're gonna decipher. I'm gonna decipher what is light skin, what is brown skin, because I feel like Beyonce. There's sometimes she's lighter than darker. I don't know. People would call her light skin or brown skin, but obviously she's one of the biggest artists. But yeah, but Beyonce is talented. She deserves everything. So I'm not going to say this. Even if the system was much better, they knew who to put the system on. Same thing with Michael Jackson. Like I knew Michael was going to blow. Just put the system behind him, and he's going to blow up. And look what Michael Jackson did. He's an icon. But all the like okay, I would say Nicki's side because Nicki had Young Money and like you knew she was gonna blow, and she can rap, so that's another thing. Doja and Cardi aside, who is really selling it? Meg, brown skin, not really dark skin. She's more or less brown skin. So I don't know why you wouldn't put her on the brown skin, dark skin team. Um, she's obviously like people fucking love Meg. People, this whole culture. City Girls, I said when they had, like I said, City Girls when they had their run, they was both dark skinned. I don't know why you didn't jump on them because they was like people was really listening to their shit. Uh, like I said, like no one's really listening to your whack, even though she's great. Like I said, Rhapsody. I feel like I said, like I just explained. Who else is out there? Pink Pantress, and I know I just heard that one song. You never heard from her again, and that was more or less Ice Spice. And like I said, I think people are getting tired of Ice Spice's act, just because obviously she's looking like a one trick pony. But Sexy Red, for some reason, I'm not a fan of Sexy Red, but people like Sexy Red. Like people like that ratchet shit, which is I just explained throughout my whole first rant. I don't like. I will put that could she's selling out fucking arenas and tickets. She's not fucking she's not fucking light skinned, so you can't really say nothing about that because matter of fact, Sexy Red is the hottest thing out right now. Out of all of them, like she's definitely like hotter than Saweetie because Saweetie hasn't been anywhere. Her and Ice Spice are like neck to neck, but I feel like Sexy Red got the edge right now. Who else? Krishan Rock? Who the fuck is listening to Krishan Rock? And whatever. Matter of fact, what other light skinned artists is out there? Coil Ray? She had one song that was for TikTok. Gotta mention water, right? Apple bottle making one. The other people I know is dark skinned. Motherfucking Scarlet. I like Scarlet. And I feel like she should be pushed. But I don't know if they're gonna put the system behind Scarlet. But she had, I think, what was it? Don't Lack It or some shit. Get working with the with the like I was fucked with that. I feel like they should put the system behind her. It's just like now if they do it or not, like she made a bop. Now, but it doesn't what she said doesn't refute my point that in your history, and which is I've been saying about the whole time in your history, some of your most successful female artists is dark skin. Even if they're like even if light skinned ones are being like pushed, are they really selling? What are they selling? And it was like, what are they selling? Because on the billboards, they're not even charting on billboards. Them motherfuckers, and they're going like double plastic. It was like if like colorism was really a thing, Ice Spice would have gone platinum. Now I know we're not doing the billboards as more or less streams, but I still feel like I'm right about that. It's like, so I just want to in conclusion on that one. Like you're moving the goalposts. It's just like color, like I said, colorism is real. I just don't think it doesn't. And I'm saying, and I will die on this hill. Colorism is real, but it does not affect who you are as an artist in hip hop. You still gotta perform. You still gotta rap. You still gotta sell. Even if you look good, you still gotta sell. If you don't sell, you don't move. You know why? Because they can find another good looking artist or a sexy red or something like that. Take your place, and then they can sell. All right, that's how the business is. But let me know what y'all think. Rhapsody, if you ever see this video, big fan, and like I want to see you do big. I really do because, like I said, hip hop needs a balance. But that's on another thing. Till then, my name is Mosquito Fly.